Thank you, David. It has been such a joy to have you return to CSUN and to lift our students to new heights and to lift our college to new heights. And I think sometimes tonight could hardly get any better. Recognizing 50 years of business excellence, celebrating our fabulous 50 business alumni, hearing story after story of success. And one of the true pleasures of being the president of a university with the impact of CSUN is when, in those moments, we see our great university making an even greater leap forward. This is one of those moments. I am so happy to announce that longtime supporters of CSUN and our College of Business and Economics are making an even greater investment in our students and their future success. CSUN alumni Harvey and Harriet Bookstein have pledged $5 million to establish the Bookstein Chair in Real Estate, to provide endowment support to ensure the continued operation of the renowned Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program known as VITA, which helps thousands of low-income individuals complete their taxes and get refunds, money which would be left on the table otherwise, and to provide significant support for the Leadership Fund of the college. In recognition of this transformative and incredibly generous gift, pending approval of the CSU Board of Trustees, officially they have to approve, I know they will, CSUN will rename Juniper Hall home of the David Nazarian College of Business and Economics, Bookstein Hall. Harriet and Harvey, would you please join us on stage? So we want to capture this moment, so give us just a minute that we can take a picture, please. So, folks, wouldn't you like to hear from Harriet and Harvey?
I don't have a teleprompter, so I have my note cards. First, I would like to thank everyone for coming this evening to celebrate these 50 fabulous men and women that the education that CSUN and the David Nazarian College of Business and Economics has provided these men and women, as well as all the other graduates, is the foundation that has shaped their lives. All these men and women have gone above and beyond in their endeavors, and CSUN was their stepping stone. Congratulations to all of them. In regard to the gift Harvey and I are giving, all I can say is that we feel so fortunate we are able to touch so many lives in a positive way. Education is so important, and to have a great foundation can only lead the way to a better future. Harvey has always been passionate about real estate. Offering this new program at CSUN's David Nazarian College of Business and Economics will give many others the opportunity to either develop a passion for real estate or will help them develop the skills they need to achieve their goals. Through the years, CSUN has always been a hidden jewel in the San Fernando Valley. It is no longer hidden, but definitely shining brightly due to the hard work, dedication of all the people that have helped in the past, present, and will continue to help in the future. How wonderful is it to be able to accomplish this in our lifetime and to know that it will continue to impact future generations. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank my children. I have 7 of my children here, children and children-in-laws. If you could stand up, put the lights on. Put the lights on. Up, kids. Harriet and I want to thank them for letting us give away a big part of their estate. So thank you very much. The lights on one more time. Mark, if you can keep standing. Lights up. This is my 34-year-old son, who's the only one that's single. He's in the diamond business and the high jewelry end business. He's very nice, kind, gentle, and he's a great catch. He's also the only one that hasn't supplied Harriet and I with a grandchild. So it's time to get to work. Thank you. When Harriet and I talked about this gift, this is really outside our economic normalcy. This is not something that normally some of what we have in net worth would do. But again, seeing it go to other kids other than just our own, we felt it had a lot more meaning and a lot more value. And knowing my children that would accept this totally, because when we made our first gift, one of our sons, Joel, actually said he hoped someday he's fortunate enough that he could do it to his alma mater. If you turn the lights on again. Matt, where are you, Matt? Matt, and where's Rob? Okay, there's Rob. Okay, these two are the ones that put the hit on us all the time for raising funds. So even though it's not part of our contract for our pledge, the deal is for at least the next year you can't ask us for any more money. If we could also have, if I have Dr. Efrat stand up. There he is. He's an incredible professor. He runs the Bookstein Institute of Taxation. He's involved in the VITA program. He's done more for the school and for Harry and I than could ever be possibly imagined. In fact, just to give you a little note about Rafi, he was named the Professor of the Year of all of California for all colleges. And I know we already had them stand up once, but again, if all the students could stand up. You're seeing our future. This is our future. These are our future leaders, workers. These are individuals that hopefully someday will be standing here doing exactly the same thing. Because if you're lucky enough to be able to do something like this, you've got to take advantage of that luck and do something about it. Thank you very much. Now if I can have all the alumni stand up. All the alumnus. We have all had the experience of knowing how good CSUN can be. And I know we're all here today to recognize it. So thank you to all of you. And if I could have all the professors stand up. These are the individuals that are going to give the students their future. So I applaud you for what you do and how you do it in such a great university. And if we could have the administrators stand up. We've got our president, we've got deans, we've got fundraisers. You know, it makes a team to make anything work. It's not an individual. It's not one company. It's a team. And under President Harrison's leadership, we have an incredible team. Incredible team. And we all should be very proud of it. Something very proud of that we can be part of. I notice many times I wear my CSUN jacket and people will recognize it. At one time it may be considered embarrassing to wear CSUN because it wasn't a name school. Today you wear it with pride because this is what people are going to want to be able to go to school to. This is where they're going to want to go. This is not going to be a last choice. The hidden secret, as Harry indicated earlier, is kind of gone. The secret's out. Now the only problem is to make sure we don't have too many demands because the campus can only handle so much. When I went to school, the state paid approximately 90% of the budget of CSUN. Today I think it pays closer to 30%. Even though it's not dropping right now, it's kind of stabilized. You can't provide the same kind of education if it's not being paid by the state. It's got to come from other sources, whether it's higher rates for students to have to pay, which is challenging, whether it's from donors. It has to come somewhere. You can't just print it. I don't think Harry and I ever believed how lucky we'd be at this point in time of our life. We have shared a great time together, great life, have a lot of common interests, have a lot of different interests as well. She doesn't yell at me that much. But it's really been a fabulous ride the two of us have had. And one thing we decided we want to do is try to help society a little bit and not wait for our death to have it happen through our foundation, but kind of do it while we're still alive. I've always been an underdog my entire life in growing up. And so to have an opportunity to be able to make this kind of gesture is something that Harriet and I never believed was even possible. We talk about all the time how fortunate and lucky we are to have what we have, to have the family we have, to have the opportunity to have a kind of business and personal life that's intertwined. You just can't imagine or think about it. I'm extremely passionate about how lucky I am in life. And I don't know what to say. It's just amazing. I always believe that giving money is always something that people do it at death, or they'll do it regrettably, believe they don't really want to do it. I think everyone has to have a lifestyle, and there's no right or wrong lifestyle. As Mike July Center said, with the Palisades of Pacoima, that's where you are. So Harriet and I are not ones that drive fancy cars. We don't have a fancy home. We don't buy branded clothing. We don't go first class when we fly. Because we have to analyze. We have so much money, and what are we going to do with it? And one thing that Harry does talk about going first class, I always said to her, there's a choice. First class, jewelry. I think it's obvious what that answer is. So we enjoy life by our standards. There are two things that we are very involved with economically. We're probably the largest collectors in the world of giraffes. We actually have 1,400 different giraffe pieces in our house, including some that are 18 feet tall. We have a giraffe at the zoo named Harriet. It's the only Harriet that lives at the zoo 24 hours a day. And so to me, I think it's finding ways maybe not to have that latte one morning and put a little money away to charity. Even the students, giving away $1, $2, $5, $10. It's just an indication of appreciation, of doing something that's not required, that's not necessary, you're not being scored on. And for us that are older and that we've had some experiences, trying to make a difference now. As I always say with my kids, I like to see them enjoy their inheritance. And one thing that we've done recently is we've given all our kids, we pay all their education for our kids and grandkids. We pay for all their medical expenses, so they don't have to choose to take a secondary choice that they may not normally have made except for the money, and give them a chance to have a higher opportunity to do well in life. I've always lived my life with care, heart, passion. I always like to see others rewarded. I'm always one that likes to see others do better than myself. I think it just makes you feel good when you give a check, whether it's a check like David Nazarian did, or it's a check that someone gives a $1,000 gift. It makes you feel good. It's just something that you don't get points for, but it just feels good. And so for me, I just believe, and for Harriet, we believe that there's a lot to do in helping others less fortunate. And even our will and trust, we have 4 children, but our will is divided in 6 sections, 6 parts, 1 to each child and 2 to charity. And we do that because, 1, we think it's important, and 2, we're trying to get our children to understand the same thing. The one thing that I love more than anything is my wife. And one thing she said here on the way today, when we finally said, God, we made this gift. How are we going to do this? She said, this is going to I said, well, we can't buy this anymore. She says, no, we're not changing lifestyle. Not changing lifestyle. So just to make sure it doesn't change too quickly, here's something you open later on. There's a little piece of jewelry just to make sure. You got to keep a balance. You got to keep everybody happy. It's all got to work. But truly, my heart, and Harriet's heart, is really helping those less fortunate, giving kids an education that will give them an opportunity to have as good of a life as we have. Thank you very much.